The game opens with a shot of the destroyed city of Metropolis. Millions have been wiped out with a nuclear bomb that was set off by the Joker. I will be providing extra context if needed from the comics as well, and this is where I need to nerd out. Superman was panicking because he couldn't find his wife, Lois Lane. Superman would find Joker hiding out on a submarine, where Joker would throw Scarecrow's fear toxin right in his dumb alien face. Superman tackles Doomsday, who is nearby, and he takes him into space. Joker would then tell Batman that the detonator to the nuke was wired to Lois Lane's heartbeat, where it was revealed that Superman had actually killed Lois instead of what he thought was Doomsday. Back to the intro, Batman demands to know where Joker got the nuke, but Joker obviously joshes with Batman until Superman breaks down the walls with red in his eyes. Superman wants to exact revenge on the clown for the brainwashing and murder of his family and Metropolis. Superman yagas Joker into a wall, and then Joker calls him dumb. Superman grabs Joker by the neck and pushes back Joker's best friend. With one last bit of taunting, Superman punches a hole through Joker's chest off screen. And in this game, there is like alternate timelines and people of the same character, so there's two versions of every character in this game, so if I come up with a name for the alternates, those are the Otherworld Justice League. The Justice League has taken down some super schlubs in the form of Ares, Sinestro, and Black Adam. The remaining Teen Titans are also fighting off Lex Luthor, Catwoman, Solomon Grundy, and Bane along the Watchtower. Batman heads to Arkham Asylum to find Joker, but he instead runs into Deathstroke. Batman kicks him in the face and subdues Slade for now. In Metropolis, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Wonder Woman triple team Doomsday, where Shazams, and Black Adam and Doomsday fall to the street below. Superman spears the shit out of Doomsday again as Flash and Green Arrow arrive as backup. Batman beams up to the Watchtower, where he's confronted by his old friend / foe, Bane. Batman avoids a broken vertebrae for the 12th time, and he looks to take down Luthor next. Lex tries to charge towards Batman, but Batman throws a million batarangs at his stupid bald-ass head. Batman takes down the Genius and locks him in place. Raven sends the criminals away through a portal. Superman sends Doomsday into deep space, and this is when Cyborg gets a notification of a radiological disturbance in Metropolis. Lex reveals he gave Joker the nuke, and as he keeps talking, Nightwing bonks him in the head. Joker is ready to kill millions to Harley's delight, and when Harley debates going back to the van, Joker pimp slaps the fuck out of her. See, I told you he hits women. Joker takes the bomb off standby as the whole Justice League speed to the park. Joker presses the detonator in epic slow motion, but as Batman tackles him, they end up in Metropolis, but not really Metropolis. Batman hits Joker with a car. Batman knees Joker in the guts and looks to give him away to the police, but we see a bunch of armed guys show up to arrest Batman instead. Batman and Joker eventually escape the regime with a high-frequency gadget. Green Arrow, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Green Lantern are questioning their dimension, as they could also think that they travel back in time. Green Lantern heads to an airport to recharge his ring, but he finds Insurgents Raven and Insurgent Cyborg torturing Deathstroke. In Injustice Teen Titans the comic, the Titans went to go get some meatball subs, but at the same time, this is when the nuke would go off, which killed Kid Flash and Beast Boy in the process. Superboy would attempt to put Superman in the Phantom Zone, but Superman would eventually force Red Robin, Wonder Girl, Starfire, and Superboy into the zone. Green Lantern commits a war crime to take down Raven, and then he drops Cyborg on his head like a fucking nail. Hal saves Slade, and Wonder Woman calls for backup against Sinestro. Green Lantern saves Arrow from an axe attack, and Green Lantern starts fighting Sinestro on some ring power shit. The chainsaw fight is pretty badass. Also, Sinestro gets hit by a bus. Lantern would slam a dumpster on the Sinestro to take him down for the moment, and as Hal tries to help Wonder Woman, they are confronted by Yellow Lantern. Green Lantern kicks his own ass, and now they are trying to avoid police where they run into Insurgents Batman. Superman, Cyborg, and Flash are all trying to figure out where all the homies went, where Aquaman heads down to Atlantis, where he needs all of the info on the surface world governments. The informant would tell us that Superman would form the One Earth government after the nuke detonation to ensure no more evil on the street, and anyone against him is also the enemy. Aquaman runs into Dash and Kazam in the throne room, where Aquaman doesn't agree with the terms that Superman has presented, as that would mean Superman would also be able to rule Atlantis. Kazam and Dash try to sneak attack Aquaman, but he moves and Dash starts getting his licks in. Aquaman throws his trident into Dash to take him out, and then Aquaman says fuck this guy and feeds Kazam to a fucking shark. Aquaman is confronted by the Atlantean army and Waterboy, who is very confused. Aquaman is outraged that he would give up the kingdom, and then Aquaman commits friendly fire and whoops the fuck out of his doppelganger with a stab. Waterboy urges his army to kill Aquaman, but then everyone is stopped in time. The god of war, no, not Kratos, and not Ares, but Sperries appears and feeds on the spirit of the Atlantean clash. Aquaman turns him into Achilles after another big-ass stab with the trident. Ares is powerless due to Superman's government ridding all conflict, so Ares had barely any power to fight. I think it's just an excuse though. Ares sends Aquaman to his friends in the Batcave, where Batman is currently briefing. Green Arrow takes some green pills, which are durability enhancers. Long story short, they make you almost invincible. Superman provides these pills to his lackeys as a precaution. Lex Luthor walks into the Batcave and reveals he is secretly funding the insurgency. Batman and Luthor were monitoring their world for a while, where Batman says he created a kryptonite-based weapon which will incapacitate Superman. Batman needs his Justice League DNA to enter the compound though. Joker hitches a ride from a dead cop and looks for his old gang. Joker gets out of the car and loves the graffiti on the titty bar. Batman flies in, but Joker kicks him in the bat dick. Joker ninja kicks Batman to take him down and looks to spray him with some Joker piss, but he sees Yellow Lantern and Gawk Hurl flying in to capture Batman. Joker gets interrupted mid-thought by Insurgents Harley Quinn, or Harleen as she would like to be called. Harleen looks to pump Joker full of lead, but Joker proves again that he beats women as he stabs Harleen in the gut to finish their domestic dispute. Harleen falls back into Joker's arms and accepts her putting back into her life. Batman is captured and Superman scans his DNA, but his vitals are all wrong. Joker holds a press conference to his men where he convinces his men that Superman killed all of those people in Metropolis. Joker comically pops a super pill into his mouth as he starts spitting some more propaganda. The regime heads into the conference and shoots Joker, but he's practically bulletproof. Gawk Hurl flies in and takes Joker into the air, and he spits his acid flower in her face. Joker tosses a dead pig at Gawk Hurl and she gets grounded. Joker thinks he's in the clear, but Drakewing... Okay, so I wanted to write Dickwing in the script for it, but I realized that this is actually Damian Wayne, not Dick Grayson, as I thought before. But I'm still gonna call him Dickwing because I thought it was funny. Joker tosses a bunch of cards at Dickwing, and then he says that there's no difference between them. In the comics, Nightwing was accidentally killed by Robin, who lost control and threw his baton at Nightwing, which caused him to fall and break his neck. Joker uses his acid flower at Tim, and he says there's been a death in the family. Gawk Hurl escapes with Dickwing, and Harleen turns off her Batwalkie. Joker is restrained, and Harleen tries to convince them Joker would be a good asset to the team. Superman in the comics also killed this universe's Green Arrow after an arrow deflected off of Superman and hit Superman's father. Green Lantern gets Frost blasted through the door, where Killer Frost is on the other side. Sausage Bundy tries to crush Arrow Man, but Arrow keeps blasting him with arrows. He almost gets them all, but Bundy boots him in the stomach. Green Lantern yeets Bundy out of Wayne Manor, and then Frost freezes Wonder Woman in place. Arrow uses his bow and slams Frost on her stupid-ass mohawk. Batman and the Justice League are in the Batcave looking to retrieve the kryptonite weapon. A panel appears out of the ground and they access the weapon hidden inside of a rock. As Bald Adam and Blunderblumen come out to spoil the fun. Green Arrow shoots a lot of explosive arrows to take down Blunderblumen, Black Adam gets restrained by everyone, and then gets trapped in Lantern's cage, but he overpowers him. Green Arrow slams Adam on his ball head, and Batman realizes part of the weapon is messed up, and they have to go get it fixed. Cyborg, Flash, and Superman power up the cosmic treadmill, and when Flash runs at the right frequency, Cyborg gets warped into the Insurgents dimension. Cyborg hears Deathstroke and Bex Luthor's conversation, where Cyborg still thinks this is his world. Cyborg shocks the fuck out of Deathstroke with a big-ass cattle prod, and uses his big dick energy to slam a brain container on Luthor. Justice League finds him and catches him up to speed. The Justice League and the other rogues decide to head to the Watchtower to occupy it, and Cyborg and Deathstroke have to team up to their both dismay. Cyborg is camouflaged as Bysorg, and Pussy Boy walk through the teleporters, where she gets suspicious of Cyborg. Cyborg cancels on their plans for the night, but Pussy Boy was lying and blows his cover. Cyborg then counteracts his blue balls with an uppercut. As Cyborg tries to get away, he's stopped in place by Bysorg. Cyborg and Bysorg start trying to one-up each other with their mad hacking skills, but then they say fuck it and Cyborg whoops his duplicate with another big-ass cattle prod shock. Deathstroke and Cyborg access the Watchtower's teleporter, and Deathstroke goes to settle some scores while Cyborg finishes up this bitch. Deathstroke sets up some explosives, and as Dash and Kazam run and fly towards them, he blows them up. Deathstroke headbutts Kazam and blows him up with a grenade launcher. Dash stops Deathstroke while he does his booping and beeping on the thing, and they come to blows. Deathstroke fills Dash full of lead and he falls down. Buther has found a way to re-weaponize Batman's kryptonite, but Buther will have to take the shot himself. Harleen assembles her clan for war as she also breaks Joker out of jail. Deathstroke sneaks in and ties up Blunderblumen without Killer Frost noticing. He then slashes her with his sword. Blunderblumen dodges some pistol shots and lassos his gun away from him. Deathstroke calls for Superman's rebound. Deathstroke finds the tech that Buther had been looking for, and we head back to the ground, where we see that Superman and the regime are about to go to war, and then we see some weird-ass crab slug creatures come out of the water, led by Aquaman. Pussy Boy and Dickwing get the jump on Batman and Green Arrow, where Pussy Boy continues to try and get Batman on her side, but Batman has no remorse. Pussy Boy doesn't want to work with Superman, and she only wants to be with Bruce, but Batman says there is no we. Batman then hits Selina with his car. Dickwing subdues the Green Arrow, and Batman stops another attack, where he reveals that it's Damian Wayne, not Dick Grayson, who donned his mask after his days as Boy Wonder and Dick's death. Batman beats the shit out of his son and blows him up. We literally have a war of crustaceans versus assault rifles on the ground, as Green Lantern and Wonder Woman are also fighting Superman to make the war even crazier. Yellow Lantern bursts through the ceiling, but Batman runs him over. Superman and Aquawoman are beating the dog shit out of each other, where Superman tries to kill him with his own trident. Green Lantern starts getting chased by Superman, where he tries to break Lantern's back but notices the huge hole in Stryker's island. Green Arrow and the Batman are confronted by Superman. They soon teleport away, but as Superman flies towards it, the watchtower blows up. Superman then hears Bex Luthor from the ground with his super hearing. 3 hours earlier, Bex manufactures a weapon to take down Superman, and he starts flying through the sky, but he gets tracked by some homing missiles and gets a surprise crash landing. Joker and Harleen pull up to try and steal Bex's armor, but Luthor dispatches of Harleen easily, where Joker fires her for losing the fight. Joker tries to kill Harleen, but Luthor blasts him before he can do anything to his Black Dahlia. Luthor bell claps Joker to knock him out. Harleen looks to kill Joker with his knife, but Luthor convinces her out of her crazy lovey-dovey mental state and spares Joker's life. Luthor saves Green Lantern from Gawk-Hurl and Bald Adam with some missiles, and then Bex leads them into the city where he shoots more missiles. Bex breaks Gawk-Hurl in half like Bane in Nightfall, and then when Bex tries to take her into custody, Kazam appears and blocks his attack. Bex dispatches of Kazam in orderly fashion by breaking his fucking cranium. Bex sees the Watchtower explosion where all personnel were safely evacuated, and he calls out to Superman. Luthor locks on the Superman and gets ready to pull the trigger. Luthor goes to take the shot, but he's stopped by some fruity-ass lightning. Superman then Superfly tackles Luthor, leaving a big-ass crater. Superman is betrayed by Bex's double-crossing. He then rips him out of his armor, and Bex takes the opportunity to sell Superman that his piece is a joke. Superman then grabs Bex by his throat, and he snaps his neck in the middle of the town. Superman starts to superhear everyone talking about what he just did, and in his piss-baby rage, he flies off into orbit. The regime discuss the events at the Fortress of Solitude, where Superman starts to go insane over the murder of Bex Luthor. Superman is ready for payback and he wants to invade the other dimension. Kazam denounces Superman's plan and he thinks that this is going way too far. Kazam continues to rattle on, but once he brings up Lois Lane, Superman grabs Kazam. Superman freezes his mouth shut and then quite ruthlessly laser eyes Kazam through his skull like he's Homelander from The Boys. Superman has literally just added a second child to his kill count in this game. Sausage Bundy takes Kazam's body out for a burial, where Dash then mentions that this is not right, and he tells Yellow Lantern that he is out of the regime. Dash tries running away, but Lantern stops him in his tracks. Dash punches Hal in the face, and he's down for the count. Bundy comes back and he sees Boss Man on the floor, where Dash decides to kick Bundy's shit in, and then runs all the way around the world to punch him in the face. Dash runs to Gotham City where he sees a yellow beacon in the distance. Sinestro readies his troops for war and he is about to execute traitors to the regime. Dash literally boom-gangs every weapon in the army's hands and confronts Sinestro. Sinestro captures Dash in a trap and slams him down a bunch of times and then yeets him into high oblivion. Dash runs around the world again and gives Sinestro the worst jaw ache of all time with a two-piece and a biscuit. Dash does some Minecraft shit and builds a house around Sinestro so he can't escape, but don't forget your crafting table. Dash runs into the Batcave and catches Ollie's arrow, where it then explodes in his face. Dash takes down his old friend with a spinning whatever kick. Dash fills the heroes in on the info regarding the interdimensional takeover, but Matt Band says they're going home. The Justice League don't want to leave because they think that Luthor's death was all in vain. Batman then comes up with an idea to bring the real Superman into their world. A bunch of super criminals break in and Bane targets Wonder Woman, where he starts spraying an AK at her, but Bane has Stormtrooper aim. Wonder Woman gets some backup from her Amazon bitches to take down the Spanish behemoth. Wonder Woman headbutts Bane to the floor and then gets teleported to Themyscira. Sperry's has teleported Wonder Woman for some reason, but they have a lot of untold history. Wonder Woman takes him on a spin and demands to be sent back to battle. Sperry's offers some advice to Wonder Woman as they will win this battle. The Batman captured the teleporter so that they can get home, but Sperry's then lays down the law. Wonder Woman is planning on using the Amazonians to defend the regime Superman in this war. While they discuss, Raven appears out of nowhere, and she gets her ass handed to her when Wonder Woman smashes a tree over her fucking head. Wonder Woman confronts herself and demands her army to stand down. The Wonder Women begin to fight back and forth as just the other counterparts did throughout the story. Wonder Woman gets some help from rogue Amazonians to defeat her alternate. Superman causes some more chaos as his army are just committing war crimes left and right, like how he destroys this bridge, and then Doomsday just knocks over these big ass buildings. The Batman have an argument over if Batman needs help, as he wants to get everyone home, but Batman still wants to assist. Batman defeats Batman after giving him a ninja kick in the mush. Batman convinces his twin to trust them and allow their help in the battle against the regime. Batman sets up the machine and it looks like they have brought the real Superman into the dimension. Batman is very hesitant on Superman, but he agrees it's good to have Clark back in some capacity. Superman breaks up the huge battle between the metahumans and he starts brawling with Bald Adam. Adam starts tossing a bunch of cars at Superman, but Superman is literally murdering everyone with laser eyes. I thought this was the good Superman. Superman signaturally uppercuts Bald Adam, and then he freezes Adam's bald ass in place with his frost breath. Sinestro tries slamming a big-ass mace on Superman, and then Yellow Lantern appears behind. Superman appears from behind as well and disrobes Sinestro's power ring from his finger. Superman offers Hal the same fate, but Yellow Lantern caves and gives Superman his ring as well. Waterboy leads his army into the streets where Superman freezes a big-ass waterfall and then just tosses it away to Canada. Waterboy taunts at Wonder Woman thinking she can't take on Atlantis, but then the Amazonians let it rain down with arrows. Superman and Waterboy brawl, but Superman is way too OP and Superman punches him in the face to take down the wet general. The Atlanteans begin to retreat, and as Clark and Diana converse, Superman gets hit by a car. Doomsday is nearby and throws the car off of Superman, and as Doomsday tries to eat him, he lasers him in the face. Doomsday tries to cave in Superman's chest cavity, but Superman yeets him away. Superman tackles Doomsday and takes him into space for real this time, and they crash to land in the Krypton. Superman laserizes Doomsday in the titty to knock him out. Superman stops Doomsday from attacking and shit cans him through a portal. Superman has no time to lose and runs into the Regime Superman. Superman questions his alternate about his omnipotence, where Regime Superman blames Joker for the way that he is, but Superman knows that it's horseshit. Superman eventually incapacitates his evil twin, not you Bizarro, I'm sorry you're not in this game, by punching him into space and then slamming him all the way back down to the surface. Regime Superman tries to laser Superman, but he follows up and shoots him right in the eyes with his own laser eyes. Superman arrests himself and it seems like the war is over. Green Lantern, Batman, and Aquaman join the party and Regime Superman tells Batman to kill him. We see that all of the criminals have been locked up by the insurgency, even the ones who conspired with Batman in the secret against the regime. Batman sends everyone back to their own dimension. Green Lantern also takes Sinestro and Yellow Lantern, and they have been turned into the Guardians of the Universe. Batman was asked to join the transitional government, but they are trying to sworn in a democracy. Cyborg is in a graveyard and he sits Beck's chest plate down on his tombstone. Superman and all of the regime will stand trial. Superman says that if he was put in the same position, he might have done the same thing. Batman is currently skeptical now, and he says that if Superman ever loses it, Batman's coming for him. We pan over and we see that Superman is locked in a high-security prison cell, where he will most likely spend the rest of his Kryptonian life, as Superman looks from his cell beaming with rage as the game ends. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of Injustice Gods Among Us. Let me know any games that you guys would love to see me do and play for the future. Arkham Origins is coming up next. I have Arkham Knight working on it right now, and Injustice 2, but that will be out maybe in March. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.